Bitcoin was invented in 2009 and is the first implementation of a cryptocurrency. So what is so special about Bitcoin? Well, first of all, Bitcoin is decentralized and digital. It's distributed using a decentralized ledger system called the blockchain. People tend to think of Bitcoin as digital gold, but it's much more complicated than that. Bitcoin is volatile and exists outside the norm. Nevertheless, the digital currency has become more and more popular over the years, opening the door for more and more cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is a great store of value and an important investment. Hello, and welcome to Alpha Finance. This is the channel to watch if you want to learn more about personal finance, investing, and cryptocurrency. However, before I get into the topic, do me a favor, subscribe and hit that like button because it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, and now let's get into it. Number 1. The main supply of Bitcoin is limited to only 21 million. The main ways to obtain Bitcoin is to buy it through an exchange, obtain it through a transaction or gift, or mine new Bitcoins. Mining Bitcoin is the process of adding transaction records to Bitcoin's public ledger of past transactions, the blockchain. When Bitcoin was created, the cryptocurrency's creator created only 21 million Bitcoins. Once miners unlocked that amount of Bitcoins, the supply would be depleted. By the fall of 2021, nearly 19 million Bitcoins have been mined. Number 2. No one knows who created Bitcoin. The founder of Bitcoin is a person or entity called Satoshi Nakamoto, and no one knows who that is. It's not clear whether Nakamoto is a person or a group of people. It's believed that Satoshi Nakamoto holds 1 million Bitcoins. The Satoshi is also a reference to the smallest unit of the Bitcoin cryptocurrency called a Satoshi byte, or sats. Each Bitcoin is equal to 100 million Satoshis. In December of 2021, Australian Craig Wright, a computer scientist who claims to be the inventor of Bitcoin, won a court case allowing him to keep a cache of the cryptocurrency worth billions of dollars. Number 3. You can trade Bitcoins on PayPal. In October of 2020, PayPal announced that it would begin supporting cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. PayPal also extended support to Venmo and international markets in early 2021. Number 4. In 2013, the U.S. government seized approximately 173,991 Bitcoins from an online black market. Silk Road was an online black market used for hosting money laundering activities and illegal drug transactions using Bitcoin. It was created and operated by amateur programmer Ross Ulbricht in 2011, who used the online pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts. Ulbricht was convicted of 7 charges related to Silk Road and was sentenced to life in prison. While the government sold the Bitcoins in a series of auctions in 2014 and 2015, Ulbricht has challenged the legality of the forfeiture. The saga continued because when the Fed seized Ulbricht's laptop, they found keys to unlock only a fraction of the Bitcoins. 7 years later, the DOJ filed a civil forfeiture of 69,370 Bitcoins worth over $1 billion from an unnamed person who court documents refer to only as Individual X. Number 5. The first Bitcoin purchase was for pizza. The first person to use Bitcoin in a commercial transaction was a developer named Laszlo Hanyecz. On May 22, 2010, when Bitcoin was a little over a year old, Hanyecz bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 BTC, worth tens of millions by today's standards. May 22nd is now known as Bitcoin Pizza Day in the crypto community. Number 6. The Winklevoss twins believe a single Bitcoin will be worth $500,000 at least. Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, who most people know from their lengthy legal dispute with Mark Zuckerberg, are also Bitcoin billionaires. In August of 2020, they made the argument in a lengthy blog post that Bitcoin could eventually skyrocket to $500,000 or more. Later in 2020, a senior analyst at Citibank argued that Bitcoin could pass $300,000 by December 21st. It did not. Not even close. Number 7. A man named James Howells threw away a hard drive containing 7,500 Bitcoins, now worth millions of dollars. Of all the interesting facts about Bitcoin, this one might be the most painful. The hard drive apparently resides somewhere under mountains of trash in a landfill site near his home in Newport, Wales. Number 8. Bitcoin mining consumes about as much energy as a mid-sized country. The global power consumption for the machines that run Bitcoin software accounts for roughly 0.25% of the entire world's electricity consumption. For reference, that is slightly higher than the energy consumption of Switzerland. Number 9. A major U.S. company has invested $425 billion into Bitcoin. MicroStrategy Incorporated, which provides business intelligence and cloud-based services, became the first public company to invest the bulk of its treasury in Bitcoin. Between August and September of 2020, the company purchased $425 million of the cryptocurrency as a hedge against inflation. Number 10. Bitcoin has been banned in several countries. While many countries have no specific legislation relative to the status of Bitcoin as a currency, it is downright illegal in other countries. Due to its decentralized nature, or links to activities like money laundering, or because it might seem to be a threat to current monetary systems, countries like Qatar, Afghanistan, Vietnam, Bolivia, and others have banned the cryptocurrency altogether. Number 11. Roughly 10% of Bitcoin supply has been untouched for over a decade. 1.8 million Bitcoin have been locked in dormant Bitcoin addresses. Its cumulative value amounts to over $23 billion at the time of this recording. Number 12. In 2020, scammers received 400 payments in Bitcoin by hacking the accounts of Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Kanye West, and others. The scam involved posting tweets from the accounts of high-profile figures saying that they would double any Bitcoin payments sent to the same Bitcoin wallet. Reportedly, 130 high-profile Twitter accounts were compromised by the hackers, made up of 3 people, 2 of whom were people in their teens. Number 13. Nearly 80,000 BTC have been locked in a crypto wallet that no one has dared touch for almost 10 years. These Bitcoins are the result of the infamous Mt. Gox hack, which occurred in 2011. Mt. Gox was a Tokyo-based cryptocurrency exchange and at the time was responsible for more than 70% of Bitcoin transactions at its peak. The 6th richest Bitcoin wallet is likely impossible to access without avoiding detection. Number 14. You can purchase Bitcoin through an ATM. Worldwide, there are over 10,000 ATM machines that let users invest in Bitcoin. The Bitcoin ATMs work a little differently than traditional ATMs. They connect the user directly to a Bitcoin exchange and allow users to buy and sell Bitcoins using cash or a credit card. Number 15. The last Bitcoin is predicted to be mined by approximately the year 2140. The number of Bitcoins entering circulation via mining drops by half roughly every 4 years. These events are known as halvings. When Bitcoin first launched, the reward was 50 Bitcoin, and then halved to 25 Bitcoin in 2012. In 2016, it halved again to 12.5 Bitcoin. The most recent Bitcoin halving took place on May 11, 2020, with the next halving likely to occur in 2024. Well, that's it from this video. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comment section below. And with that, we'll see you next time.